Okay, good afternoon. My name is Aiden, and my client here today with me, Akil, will be assisting me how to teach you how to perform the squat and plank exercises correctly. Okay, so for the first exercise that I'll be teaching is the plank. So the plank exercise is an isometric core exercise that involves maintaining a fixed position similar to a push-up for the maximum amount of time. So the plank exercise strengthens your core, hips, lower back, and abdominals, and improve your body balance, and also has a positive effect on injury prevention. So for the plank, the muscles worked are the abdominal muscles, which includes the rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, internal and external obliques. The equipment that you can use for this exercise is exercise mat, as seen, or your yoga mat. This is because if you feel like your forearms will hurt after planking for a prolonged period of time, you can use a mat to lessen the pain. So the correct way to plank is to first lie on the ground with elbows in line with the shoulders and feet shoulder width apart. Then supporting yourself on the forearms and toes. Then most importantly, lift your body off the ground until your body forms a straight line from head to toe. So remember to take a deep breath as you push your body up into position. The first breath will help you stabilize your plank in a proper neutral position. And then once you're settled in, breathe in to a 10-second round, breathing in for 5 seconds, then breathing out for 5 seconds. So before we start with the exercise, we always need to warm up, as it is important to warm up before every session, as the body's muscles work better when our temperature is slightly above resting level. Is to also help the body to redirect blood into active muscles and the heart to adapt to the increased demands. Okay, so before we begin, let's do warm up first. So just follow my lead. So first, I will space out so we don't hit each other. Okay, so what I want you to do is swing your arms clockwise for 10 to 15 seconds. Slowly. Okay, then switch anti-clockwise. Okay, now you can we move on to the next one, which is hip circles. So just stand shoulder width apart and just go around in circles with your hips. Go anti-clockwise first. And for the same duration, 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, then switch. Okay, so now we can begin with the exercise. Okay, so now I'll be demonstrating how to do the plank. Okay, so that's how you do the plank. So now my client will be doing the exercise. I'll be spotting out the common errors when he's doing the exercise. Okay, Akil, whenever you're ready. Okay. As you can see, his elbows is not in line with his shoulders. So I would like you to align. Yep, correct. And it's quite obvious where his butt is facing up and his body is not in a straight line. So I would want you to maintain a neutral spine. Yep, like that. And then his feet is not really exactly shoulder width apart, so I will want you to reposition your feet. So yeah, those are the common errors when performing a plank. So now I'll be showing the progression and regression for the plank exercise. Okay, so now I'll be showing the progression for the plank exercise, which is called the bird dog. So now I'll be demonstrating. Okay, so that is the progression for the plank exercise. Now I'll be showing the regression for the plank exercise. So the regression will be high plank. So I'll demonstrate it. So like this. Okay, so that's how you do the regression for the plank exercise. Okay, so now I'll be showing the alternative to the plank exercise, which is leg raises. So now I'll be demonstrating it. So this is the leg raises. Okay, so that is how you perform the leg raises. Okay, moving on to the second exercise, which we'll be doing is the squat. So the squat is a dynamic movement and mimics daily living movements as well as sports movement. So when performed correctly, the squat exercise increases metabolism, help prevent injuries, strengthen the core, and improves balance and posture. So for the squats, the muscles worked are the gluteal muscles, hamstrings, and quadriceps. Okay, so now, before I demonstrate, I'll first explain how to do the squat. So first, you have to keep your feet shoulder width apart, with heels in full contact with the ground. Then, keep your spine in a neutral position, so there shouldn't be any jerking of the spine. Then keep the shoulders back and shoulder blades held together, so there shouldn't be any shrugging or jerking or swinging of the shoulders. And also keep your eyes looking ahead. Okay, so on the downward movement, slowly flex the hips and knees to a half squat position by moving the glutes backwards. Then lean the trunk forward, but keeping your back straight. Keep the knees directly over each foot and not allowing the knees to move in or out. Then the knees must also not move forward past the toes of our feet. Then during the downward movement, that is where you inhale. Okay, so for the upward movement, slowly extend the hips and knees to go back to the standing position. And during this upward movement, this is where you exhale. Now I'm going to be demonstrating how to perform the squat exercise. So, okay, so that is how you perform the squat exercise. Okay, now my client will be performing the exercise. Okay, also at the same time, I'll be spotting out common errors. Okay. Clearly seen his heels are not in contact with the ground, so I want you to, yep. And his legs are not shoulder width apart, so you just, okay. Then most importantly, his back is rounded and it's not in a neutral position, so please round your back. Yep. Then his shoulders are not behind, and the shoulder blades are not held together. So yes, correct. So those are the common errors when performing the squat exercise. So now I'm going to be talking about the progression and regression for the squat exercise. So for the progression is jump squat. So as usual, get into your squatting position. So you squat first, and then you explode upwards. So up. Okay, so that's how you perform the jump squat. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you the regression for the squat exercise, which is a half squat. So half squat is essentially the same thing as a squat, but instead of going through the whole range of motion, you just have to go half the range of motion. So as such. So that is how you perform the regression for the squat exercise. Now I'm going to be demonstrating the alternative for the squat exercise, which is the lunge. Okay, so that is how you perform the lunge. And with that, we have reached the end of our video. Thank you.